What's up, guys? It's Otsu, and today I have my Dragonic Overlord, the Great deck profile for you guys. Alright, so this is the deck that I actually used in our local DMV Dynasty tournament. So that's for DC, Maryland, Virginia people, for those of you that don't know. So every couple months or every other month, we have a buddy fight and a Vanguard tournament. And anyone is free to join, but, you know, it's kind of like a thing to do in between regionals. So this tournament, it was a couple weeks ago, but we had like 39 people, and I managed the top 8. I went 4-1. But I got grade stuck in top 8, so what you gonna do? So, but anyway, here's my deck. So for grade 3s, we got 4 the Great and 4 Overlord Rebirths. So yeah, so you might notice I'm choosing not to use Drago Newt. And I just really like the restandability of Rebirth in case I run into like Blaster Joker and or other, like, you know, Legion meta decks. So this way gives me an option if they kill my mate, so I'm not too worried about being in Legion. So obviously with Blaster Joker, though, it doesn't allow me to use Rebirth skill to lock everything because everything's already locked. You know, unless I have an open spot. And I play the Great because just the clutch card is just like having a break right every turn. You know, your opponents can play around it by not playing any rear guards, but, you know, if they're willing to do that, then great. You know, that's less cards you need to drop the guard. And since we're playing Dragonic Overlord deck, my starter is Fargo. So he's the same as the other guy. When you Legion, and your Vanguard hits, just kill a rear guard. So this is, you know, specifically for Dragonic Overlords. So you just add it to Soul, and whenever your Dragonic Overlord Vanguard hits something, kill a rear guard, any rear guard. So yeah, so we play 4 Greats, 4 Rebirths. And then we play 4 Neoflames, since it is the mate, of course, for the Great. 4 Dragonic Burnouts. And then 3 Burning Horn Dragons. So Burning Horn Dragons, of course, a 12k attacker for Dragonic Overlords. And then we play Burnouts. So this is part of the reason why I play Rebirths. So it gives me access to this card. So Great card gets to kill any rear guard for no counterblast. And then Neoflame is just a super great card also, since it lets you 2-for-1 your opponents with 1 counterblast. And it works also even if your opponent's rear guard is killed during battle, so it doesn't have to be through effect. So if you play Dragonic Overlord the Great, Legion with them, attack a rear guard, and if you played it this turn in the same column, you can counterblast 1 to kill their rear guard in the back. Yep, so it's just a more control version. So I'm playing 4 Dragonic Burnouts to retire rear guards, 4 Neoflames because it's the mate, of course. And then Burning Horn Dragons just for beats. So grade 1s, I play 3 Perfect Guards and then 1 Quintet Wall. So everything in this deck is only 1 counterblast. So if I get it early, then I can use it to fill up my drop zone. Or if I get it late, you know, clutch situation where I don't have too many cards in my hand, so only for 1 counterblast, I can use the Quintet Wall. And then, you know, so 4 Sentinels altogether. And then 4 Gojos, 4 Seal Dragon Curses, 1 Wyvern Tower Wyvern, and 1 Kimnara. So I play 4 Gojos, you know, helps with grade stuck, and in Legion format, it helps fill up my drop zone a lot faster. So, and especially, you know, turn 1, play Gojo, it's so sweet. Yeah, so can just tap it, and then since I'm also playing Rebirths, so I'm, you know, willing to do these even late game where I'm not worried about having to boost my rear guard, so I can just tap it and then lock it to get Rebirth skill off. And then the Curses are kind of just like, you know, copies 5 through 8 of Gojo. So since we're in Legion format, your opponent, it works even if your opponent is in Legion, kind of similar to Catriser. So if your opponent is in Legion, he'll always have a grade 2 unit on the field. So this card's effect will, 90% of the time be live. And it's just another way to pitch and draw, so fill up my drop zone and help filter my hand, get rid of any clunky cards. And Gojo and Kersey work well with Dragonic Burnout, so I can pitch my extra grade 3s, and then that gives me fuel to use Dragonic Burnout's effect. And I play one Kimnara just in case like I run into, you know, any like problematic grade 1s, like Blaster Joker, that unit that boosts by 10,000 when you tap it. And it builds up soul. And then one copy of Calamity Tower Wyvern. So just another great card that helps build up cards in your drop zone. So it pitches 2 cards from your soul to the drop zone, allows you to draw 1 card. The only reason I'm playing it at 1 is because I am playing Dragonic Burnout, so there might be some, you know, some issues with having enough soul. So I play the 1 Kinar to help with soul, but also rewriting if you're in Legion. So that is a way to build up additional soul. So I only play 1 of him. And then for my triggers, play 4 that crit guy, 4 Tars. I always play Tars because, you know, it's like one of the only rare triggers. 4 Gatling Claws, so always helpful with dealing pesky starters like Judge Bow or Link Joker starters, or any starter. You know, starters are a key part of any deck generally, so having an option to, you know, answer their starters is always good. Plus it goes into soul, and it's only 1 counterblast, and then 4 heal triggers. So yeah, so the only Perdition I'm actually using in my deck is Overlord the Great, but other than that, not even my triggers are Perdition. Nothing. Oh, and Neoflame because he's the mate, obviously. But yeah, that's it. So that was it for quick deck profile for you guys. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.